Hey everybody, it's Susan, and welcome back to another video. So glad you could make it. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a What's for Dinner. 4 unique recipes that I cooked during this week. So hopefully they'll give you some cooking inspiration. Hey everybody, it's Susan again. Welcome back. It's time for another What's for Dinner. And I'm going to be having 4 delicious dinner ideas that you can make quickly on a busy weeknight. Couple different things in here that I usually don't make, and a couple recipes that have been influenced by what's going on lately out there. So I've already got my ponytail up. Let's go ahead and look at the menu board and see what I've gotten down and get started on Monday night's recipes. And Monday night, I saw something on TV and I have to try it. We rarely ever have breakfast for supper, but I thought this would be a good item to try. That is Queen Elizabeth's pancake recipe. Simple, easy, something quick that we can do, and it won't take very long to make, which is awesome. Tuesday, I'm going to make a chicken quesadilla. If I can spell it, I'm sure that's butchering it. I've got a good recipe for a chicken quesadilla. And then Wednesday, we are going to have TikTok spaghetti. Then Thursday, I believe I'm going to have bang bang shrimp, was what I decided. And you know, Friday is always out, and Saturday we're usually at the campground, and then I'm going to make some cube steak and gravy for Sunday. I've just been craving it, and I've been wanting it. So that is going on the menu plan. So there we've got everything pretty much laid out. Whenever we're at the camper, I usually cook a little something or do something. We figure it out once we get there. I usually don't have much planned in case we decide we want to eat out also that day. But Queen Elizabeth pancakes is what's down for today. And we'll give this recipe a try. And we'll see if it's as good as everybody says it is. And we're doing the Queen Elizabeth's pancake recipe, which is 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 4 tablespoons of fine granulated sugar, 3 cups of milk, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 3 teaspoons of cream of tartar, and 3 tablespoons of butter melted. And of course I use salted butter because that's what I like. And we're going to go ahead and get this mixed up real quick and get it started in the pan. And here is the 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm just basically sifting it around. I'm going to add in the sugar, which is 4 tablespoons of, it says fine granulated sugar. I've just got granulated sugar, so there you go. And it's not powdered sugar, so 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm going to try to get that well incorporated. And then the cream of tartar goes in next. And it's well sifted. Now I'm going to add the milk and the 2 eggs. They're in the actual milk mixture. There they go. And the melted butter. Now it says do not mix, to fold in the mixture. So I am going to fold the mixture. I just go around the edges and move it to the middle. You just want this to get to where everything is moist. And it might take a little bit of folding to get it there, but it's going to get there. Okay, now put the batter into a container with a spout on it so I can pour it in. And let's see how this works. All right, and I'm going to leave that in the pan. and see how well it cooks up and fluffs up. It's already bubbling up a little bit. I've got it on medium low, and it needs to get a nice crust around it before I can flip it. So I am going to bring y'all back whenever it's time to flip. Okay, and there's the first flip. And they are puffing up pretty good, although I don't see the light and fluffy that everybody's talking about, but it tastes really good. So let me do a few more, get them on the plate, and then I'll show you what they look like. And here is what 3 of the pancakes look like. I made big ones. You could make smaller ones. It says it makes 16 pancakes. And if you made smaller ones, yes, you probably could get 16 out of it. But they are light and fluffy. The batter does taste really good. I mean, if you didn't have pancake mix at your house, you could definitely make this, because I had everything except the cream of tartar in my pantry. So let's take a taste. Okay, I don't know if I can get all 3 pieces in my mouth. I'm just going to try for 2. All right, let's see. That's really good. It's a little bit, just a dab denser than other pancakes that you use, the pancake batters mixes, that is. But it's really good. And again, if you didn't have pancake mix and wanted to make some pancakes real quick, here's a great option. And it's really good. Okay, that's what's for supper Monday night. Hey everybody, it's Susan, and tonight we're going to be making some chicken quesadillas. Tuesday night is taco night, and we're going to have something close to a taco, but a chicken quesadilla. So come on along with me while we make our quesadillas. And here's the recipe I'm going to be loosely following. Chicken quesadillas. It says 1 pound of chicken breast cooked and chopped. I actually have 3 small chicken breasts that I've cooked and chopped up. A 1/4 cup of butter cut into slices, and I have that right there. A 1/2 cup of sour cream and a 1/4 cup of salsa. I have the salsa right here. I've got the sour cream in the fridge. I got to get that out. 1 teaspoon of paprika, which I have right there. It says 1 red bell pepper. I don't have any, so I'm going to be using onion instead. We do like some onion in our stuff. And of course, shredded cheddar cheese, which you know I use the Fiesta blend, the Mexican cheese. And 8 large 10-inch tortillas. I am using the Banderitos flour tortillas, the extra large tortillas right there. And it says if you've got guacamole, you can also add it. I don't have any, so we're going to make it with what we have. So let's get started on the process. In a bowl, we're going to mix a 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1/4 cup of salsa, and a teaspoon of paprika. And I'm just going to mix that all together. Until it's well mixed, like that. Okay, and now we're ready for the next step. And I have the oven on probably medium, and I am going to put 1 tablespoon of butter in the pan to let it melt down. Okay, be careful not to burn yourself in the pan. It's on medium. There's butter in there. You can hear it start to sizzle a little bit. Now I'm going to try to let this melt down just a dab. I'm going to put a little lid on it so it'll keep in some of the juices. And it won't take long to melt down, and then we'll flip it over. Let's see if I can attempt to flip it. Might be a big mess. We'll see. Oh, it went pretty good. Okay. Let me get some of that butter. Let me put the lid back on it. Let it continue cooking for about another minute or so. Okay, the bottom's looking really brown, so it's time to get it out of the pan. Add whatever hot sauces you want, and of course some taco sauce for dipping. This recipe is so good. Give it a try. Hey everybody, it's Susan, and tonight is Wednesday night, and we're going to be making some TikTok spaghetti. Version similar to the TikTok version, but I don't like feta, so I'm going to replace it with cream cheese. So my ponytail's already up, and it's time to make some supper for Wednesday night. Okay, and for this video, we're going to use some spaghetti. About 1/4 of an onion cut up. I've got a whole head of garlic, which I'm going to peel and put in the bowl with the rest of the ingredients. I've got some tomatoes, some grape tomatoes that I got from the store, and a block of cream cheese. I don't like the feta that's in the TikTok video. I like cream cheese better, and it makes it so creamy. And of course at the end, we do need a little bit of spaghetti sauce. And of course I've got the traditional Regano that I get from Aldi, of course. It's my favorite of all the spaghetti sauces, even the more expensive ones. This is my favorite. So let's get everything ready to put in the container. And I've got the small container of the cherry tomatoes, and I've cut them in half because they were actually bigger than I wanted. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in. Try to get the cheese in the middle as close as I can and get all the tomatoes around it. Try to get one layer, that way they can hit the pan and start reducing. I got my head of garlic. I've already got it peeled. And I'm just going to place pieces of garlic around the cheese. It will give a wonderful flavor to the sauce once it gets done. And of course, about 1/4 of an onion, I'm just going to scatter around the cheese also. And that looks pretty good. I've got a little bit of everything in there. I've got a little bit of Mediterranean olive oil. You can use whatever kind you want. And I am going to basically just pour a little bit of that over the whole mixture. So it's just got a little bit of flavor on it. And a little bit of Italian seasoning. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit of Italian seasoning in here. And I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. Alright, now this is going to go in a 350 oven for 20 minutes. And then we'll see what it's going to do. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to start the spaghetti noodles so they can all get done around the same time. I wish y'all could smell in here. It smells so good. That garlic in that sauce is smelling so awesome. Okay, it's time to put the spaghetti in. I basically let it cook for 10 minutes. And now I'm going to get the spaghetti in. And I actually have a new spaghetti holder. This is Simply Cool Products spaghetti holder. You can put a big container of spaghetti in here. The top doubles as a measuring cup. I don't know if you can see it. It has markings on it. Doubles as a measuring cup. You could put spaghetti, noodles, pasta. You could put flour, sugar, whatever you wanted to in here. You don't have to worry about bugs or anything getting into it because it does have a screw on top, so it's very secure. It's plastic, so it doesn't break. And it has this lid that pops on top to make sure that it's airtight. I did get a 10% off discount code from Simply Cool, and I do have the link below if you'd like to get you a set. It comes in a set of 4, which I do have. One that I haven't figured out what to use yet. It is large though, so you know, if you have a larger space and you can put lots of stuff in it, it's great. But like I said, if you get larger quantities of things, this is where you can store them and not have any problem, because it's all gonna fit, because this is a lot of spaghetti. It's a big bundle, but it all fits. And let's get the spaghetti in right now. Okay, and I'm going to take the spaghetti, I always break mine in half and put them in my container. This is one of my wok containers. And I'm going to go ahead and get this heated up, cover it, and let it boil while the mixture in the oven still cooks for a few more minutes. And this has been cooking about actually 30 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and use a potato masher and mash the tomatoes, the garlic, and everything with the masher. And you can see that they've kind of nicely blistered on the bottom, and that the sour cream is really good, and it smells so good. The garlic, oh, the onions, they are so amazing. And now what I'm going to do is drain the spaghetti and put everything together. Okay, and I've drained spaghetti, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the mixture from the bowl into the spaghetti noodles. That's why I put it in this big wok. That way I've got plenty of room to mix stuff around in. And this is what it looks like. Mind you, I know it doesn't look like much, but it will in just a minute. There we go. Woo. Okay, now the next thing is to add probably about half of the spaghetti sauce or so into that mixture. See if I got enough to mix everything up and it look nice. Now mind you, the cream cheese is not going to make it look red. It's going to look more pinkish. But if you see the cream cheese, how creamy that is, the tomatoes just make it more flavorful. The garlic is amazing. And here we go. I know that probably doesn't look as appetizing as it probably is, but it is so good. Putting a little bit more spaghetti sauce in there, because that is so good. Now what you're going to have here is a extremely creamy spaghetti. So let me get it out and get it plated. And here's the spaghetti. Look at that. That is just nothing but creamy goodness. The only thing that can make this better is some garlic toast, and Danny and I are trying to watch our carbs. All right. Creamy TikTok spaghetti. It's what's on the menu Wednesday night. Hey everybody, it's Susan, and it's Thursday night, and tonight we are going to make some bang bang shrimp. Real simple, real easy, probably 15-minute meal. I'm going to do some Uncle Ben's rice that you put in the microwave real quick, and the bang bang shrimp, which doesn't have but a few ingredients, and then we will be ready for some supper. So let's get to going on Thursday night. And here's what I need for the bang bang shrimp. I am using a banging grilled shrimp skewers recipe. I'm not going to do skewers. I'm not going to grill them. I'm going to do them in a pan. And I need 2.5 tablespoons of light mayonnaise. It calls for scallions. I don't have any, so I'm not going to do any. It calls for 1.5 tablespoons of sweet chili sauce and 1/2 teaspoon of sriracha, along with a bag of shrimp. And of course, I'm going to do some Uncle Ben's ready rice on the side. So let's get to making some quick shrimp. First thing we're going to do is make the yum yum sauce. We're going to do 2 tablespoons, 2.5 tablespoons that is, of mayonnaise. And then we need 1.5 tablespoons of sweet chili sauce. And a half sweet chili sauce, and then 1/2 teaspoon of sriracha. Okay, And now I'm going to mix this around until it's nicely mixed. And I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to make the shrimp. And I've got the pan on medium-low right now. We need a little bit of oil in the pan, and I'm just going to use some extra light tasting olive oil, just a dab, not much. And then I'm going to put the shrimp into the pan. And let that heat up. I wound up turning it on medium to get it warmed up a little bit. And it looks like all the shrimp have turned from that opaque color to the nice white color, which means they are fully cooked. So it's time to get them off the oven and into the bowl to get the sauce on them. Okay. And I'm going to scoop out all of the shrimp and leave the juice in the pan because it doesn't need it. There we go. Tried not to overcook them, although a lot of them are looking like they're O's. So, all right. Now the next thing is the bang bang sauce. And I'm just going to basically put that in the bowl with the shrimp. Get all that in there real good. If it was on the skewer, you would just basically paint it on or put it on with a brush. Mine's in the bowl, so I am just going to toss it gently. And make sure that all the shrimp are covered. And they are. And this will make them just a little bit spicy, but a whole lot good. Now let's plate it up. And I've got some of the easy rice. And then I'm just going to put the shrimp on the plate here. I'm sure it would look awful pretty if it was on the skewers, but you know what? I don't have time to do that during the week. So this is the way I serve it up. Bang bang shrimp and easy rice. It's what's for supper. I hope y'all have enjoyed this week's video, What's for Dinner. I've given you 4 great options for quick, easy weeknight dinner meals. If you like this video, please leave me comments below. I love to hear your input on my videos, and of course, you know, I reply to them also. Please don't forget to subscribe. We would love to have you a part of our channel's family. Until next time, see you then. Please like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos.